do you feel our parliament as it stands now, with the standing orders and everything, is not exactly framed in a proper way to be able to handle what we're having now in terms of this hung parliament, which some people refuse is a hung parliament? But you can see clearly that there are a lot of questions about the numbers, about the quorum, about voting, that have turned out to be very problematic for this parliament and will be problematic till we do something about that. What do you think?
It is a hung parliament. Now, those matters you're raising, quorum voting and all those issues, because of the large majorities of before, we never looked at critically, but they are germane. So recently, I took a very close look at the standing orders, which incidentally are far advanced in terms of changes. But the current one, I took a look at it and I was surprised that what I took for granted in the 7th Parliament about the Speaker's movements off the podium and otherwise is actually provided for in the standing orders. So yes, we have a rule we can go by. The question that has been outstanding in Parliament, if I may say so, is whether or not the second Deputy Speaker, first Deputy Speaker, presiding can vote.
Right. If that is still a matter we're waiting for clarity.
I haven't read the standing orders. I'm totally convinced that they can vote.
Why?
Why is that? Because the first Deputy Speaker and the second Deputy Speaker are MPs.
But once they act in that capacity, I mean, in the past, have we had situations where they voted?
I'm getting there. The Speaker, under Order 13.1, can get up at any time, provided there's another available Speaker to sit in.
Which is the first Deputy or the second Deputy?
Yes.
Right.
So when the Speaker gets up, at any stage of the proceedings, he doesn't have to give instructions about the reason why he's getting up under Order 13.1. Right. He just walks away and the other one replaces, irrespective of the stage of proceedings.
Right.
So the Speaker doesn't have a vote. So he gets up, he goes away. If the first Deputy Speaker is in the chair, that the Speaker has the capacity to get up and walk away means that the first Deputy also has capacity to invite the second Deputy to preside and step off the podium, take off his robe, and go and vote as an MP.
But that has never, historically, there's no antecedent.
Exactly. That is why I'm saying that we don't have antecedents for the 8th Parliament, but we have standing orders that can be interpreted as such. And so it's a new situation. We must move beyond the fisticuffs and begin to deal with the standing orders.
So you subscribe to those members of your party who say that the first and second deputies, when they sit in place of the Speaker, are not necessarily the Speaker. They are merely acting.
At the time they are sitting there, they are the Speaker. But I'm saying,
but if and that's the logic of it. If they are the speaker, then
when
they must
are sitting
as the Speaker
acts.
The
when
Speaker
they are sitting,
take a turn off to come and vote because of course he's not.
The Speaker is not an MP.
A member of Parliament.
Exactly.
Yes. But I mean, he doesn't, apart from leaving the chamber for some reason, which he doesn't even have to specify as he's put out. He doesn't partake in the process. So it is assumed that the others will also not partake in it.
No, you can't make that assumption because they are MPs. They have duties. They've been sent there with rights, imbued rights from their constituents. Their constituents elected them to come and represent them. And part of their representation is voting.
Right.
You cannot deny them the vote. They cannot vote, they cannot participate as long as they are sitting in the chair. That's my view. 13.1. As long as they are sitting in the chair, they have no rights of debate and voting. But when they get up out of that chair, and descend into the chamber. They are already in the chamber, but they're on a podium. When they descend into the well of the chamber, they are MPs and they have a right to vote. So if the first Deputy Speaker is presiding and the second Deputy Speaker is in the well, second Deputy Speaker can vote and take over the speakership for the first Deputy Speaker to come and exercise his rights as an MP.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe and click the bell icon and get notified every time we share something interesting. We would love to have you on there.
Super Hits Radio. Joy 99.7.